Hi guys, it's me, Indiana Jones. Welcome to my channel. If this is your first time here, you know what to do, but you don't because this is your first time here. So this is what I'm going to ask you to please do. If this is your first time here, just comment down below and say, hey, how you doing? I'm new here. What should I expect? Well, you should expect some fun stuff to make and just cutesy stuff and very frilly feminine stuff because I am totally into the shabby chic style. And so is my friend Liz of The Official Craft Nerd. She has invited me to be part of this little collab. It's a one-on-one collab, so right after this video, please check out her video in the links below. But I don't want to waste any more of your time. Let's see what I came up with today. So let's start by making a corset vase. What's a corset vase? Well, basically a vase that looks like a corset. Where did I get the idea? Well, I thought it was very feminine and shabby chic, and I always wanted to make one of those dress forms. Now, I have to say I did get inspiration from Karem of Designs by Karem. I will link her below. She actually made a full dress form, but I didn't want a full dress form. That would take two little waste paper baskets, and these are from the Dollar Tree. I just wanted something that would sit upon my mantle or on my dresser. I didn't want a full form, and I thought a vase would be perfect. So as you can see, I took a cut at the top of the waste paper basket, and now I'm just trying to shape it into a very feminine corseted form. I don't know if that makes sense. These waste paper baskets are wonderful for that because you can literally shape it into anything you like. It's so easy because of the, I guess, the crisscross wiring. And all I'm doing is, again, with some gloves and trying to work that into a corset frame shape. Next, I'm going to cover the frame of this corset with some burlap fabric. It's from burlapfabric.com. Burlapfabric.com for all your burlap needs. Yeah, I just made that up. You know, I like to make up jingles. So anyway, I am now an affiliate with burlapfabric.com, and they sent me this lovely box of burlap fabric. And I will link below the actual items that I used in this project and in another project. It was perfect to cover this corset frame and give it a more feminine look. I just really loved it. I could have used regular fabric, but I have to tell you, honestly, if it's something like for a vase, because it's burlap fabric, it's a stronger consistency. So it was perfect to really shape into this corseted shape for this vase. And all I'm doing is pulling it together, folding over the edges, I suppose, that are going to be corseted. So there will be some lacing at the front of this corset. And now I'm going to do what would normally be boning or, you know, the stays that you see in regular corsets. I'm actually going to cut and shape the corset in such a way so it looks like there's boning or stays within this corseted vase. You know, if you watch series like, you know, Bridgerton and all these other like British movies that I love, you know, like Sense and Sensibility, Pride and Prejudice, you always look at the clothing that they wear and you wonder, oh my gosh, these poor actresses had to wear all these corsets underneath. I don't know, sometimes it's nice to wear a corset. Maybe I should start wearing corsets more often. What am I thinking? What? Well, I mean, it's good for your back from what I understand. It gives you good posture, but ugh, that would be uncomfortable all day long. Maybe I should just pick one day a week, and I'll wear a corset. You know, like Corset Thursdays or something. What am I talking about? Do you meander? Does your mind go off in different places while you're crafting? Mine sure does. And it does while I'm doing voiceovers as well, as you can see. So here I am just struggling to give this corset some shape until we start the next phase of this wonderful craft project. Now, as we all know, every corset has some lacing, and here I am creating the lacing for this lovely corseted vase. It's what makes it kind of, I don't know, sexy in a way. But it really should, I don't want to call it sexy. I just think it's very feminine. Not necessarily sexy, just feminine. I guess it's sexy to be feminine. I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. I really don't. I just think it's pretty. I don't know. I kind of like those, outfits of yesteryear. And I do love this lacing on this corset. I chose green because it's a nice neutral color. I'm going to make this a very botanical type of corset, and you'll see in just a moment. Now, I could have stopped right here. It looks lovely just with the white and the green or any other color. This would have been perfect for a bridal shower centerpiece, don't you think? It's so pretty. It's so feminine. But I wanted to add a few more embellishments. So using some fabric Mod Podge and these Tim Holtz collage tissue papers, I am just embellishing this lovely corset. As you can see, I put some of the Mod Podge on the actual tissue paper and on the fabric. Again, this is from burlapfabric.com. burlapfabric.com for all your burlap needs. Oh, you guys are going to get sick of it. And of course, there's fabric Mod Podge from the Plaid family of products. I really enjoy using Mod Podge. I love decoupaging, and to be able to decoupage this, this project, I loved it. I had so much fun. Again, I was watching something British, I'm sure, while I was doing this to be inspired. I think I was watching Sense and Sensibility, if I'm not mistaken. And I guess that inspired me to add some of these florals. I just think it's so pretty. And I didn't want the florals all over the fabric. I just wanted it in certain locations. And I think it just works out so nicely. So I hope you guys take a chance and do something similar to this. What's cool about decoupaging your own fabric is you kind of become like a fabric designer. I mean, you do create your own kind of patterns and fabric. So I really was having fun with this, and I don't know, I guess you can tell. So here I am finishing up this project, and I hope that it inspires you to come up with a corseted vase of your own. So perfectly shabby chic. Just to remind you, this is a special collaboration with Liz, the official craft nerd. Liz and I met last year while I was going live every single night, and she is just such a splendid and sweet person. I really hope that if you haven't had a chance to see Liz in action, that you check out her channel in the links below. Here's just a little snippet of what she's done recently. She's really gotten into shabby chic, and we both love it. So that's why we're collaborating together. Check her out. My best friend Miles brought me these trash to treasure lovelies. I mean, literally, he found these in the trash. They were still covered in dirt. I love that he brought them to me like, oh, it's still covered in dirt, because he's like, I don't know what to do. You know what you're doing, and I don't want to mess it up in any way. So here I am just cleaning up this. It was really filthy, dirty. I actually had cleaned it up even before we got it on camera here. But yeah, it's just a beautiful frame that just need a little love and a makeover. I hope that you enjoy what I do to this frame, but I think it came out really lovely. I'm also taking off the backing because it was that old velvet backing, and it was nasty. It was just nasty. So let's take off that nasty backing and start afresh. So using folk art paint from the Plaid family of product, I am going to paint over this frame to make it more shabby chic, cottagecore, grand millennial, whatever you decide is your theme or your aesthetic. I'm just using the white to cover up all that black so that it matches the other projects. I want this to match that corset that I just made as well. So next I'm going to use some more of that Tim Holtz collage paper. It's this beautiful thin tissue paper that is so easy to decoupage with. I mean, forget napkins and stuff. This tissue paper was made for decoupage. So of course I'm going to use Mod Podge, again from the Plaid family of products. Here I'm just trying to decide how I'm going to set this up, and there's the product placement, people. And all I'm going to do is decoupage with Mod Podge onto this frame. I had so much fun. I really enjoy decoupaging. I've got to do more of it. Here I am delicately placing the decoupage Mod Podge onto that frame. It was just so perfect for this. This frame was perfect to decoupage on. I was just absolutely, I loved it. I loved it. Now I'm just cutting it in the corners so that it looks really nice and professional like. And that's it. Now here I've finished up all four, well, 3 sides. I'm going to finish up the last side here. And of course, putting some more Mod Podge medium over the actual decoupaged paper. But I had so much fun doing this, as you can tell. I really took my time. And again, I was probably watching something British. Because when I don't know why, I get into, like, some people listen to music, other people watch movies, I watch movies, and especially when I'm doing Shabby Chic, I have to watch some kind of period, historical, romance or what have you. It just gets me in the mood, seeing all those beautiful, I made a mistake there, so it's covering up. You can see me, oh, look at me, I'm just covering up that little mistake on the corner, and I left it in the film. So once I'm done with all the decoupaging, I'm going to have some folk art gold leaf paint. This paint is amazing. My friend Lisa actually gave me this paint, so thank you, Lisa. That was very sweet of you. She bought it by mistake, and her mistake became I love it. Look at me just paint. I had so much fun just painting this gold. I took my time, and I relaxed. Sometimes we rush through crafting. And I really had fun making this frame. I have fun making all my Shabby Chic items. I hope you can tell. There I am just like relaxing, making sure I have a very steady hand as I paint this beautiful frame and bring it back to life. And voila, here is my Shabby Chic frame, made from that frame that was just covered in dirt. And now it's covered in love and flowers. For this next craft, I'm using one of those Dollar Tree platters. These platters are really versatile and wonderful. I think I bought like 3 or 4 of them just to have around the house because, you see something at Dollar Tree, just buy like 10 of them because you never know if you're going to see them again. And if you really like something, just buy it. So here I'm covering it up with some folk art paint from the Plaid family of products. Plaid, I want to craft forever. Okay, here I'm using some of that Tim Holtz collage paper. It's called collage paper, not decoupage paper, because you can use collages and you can decoupage them, but I don't know why it's called that, but it's beautiful. So this is his aviary print, and as you can see, they're beautiful birdies. Look at the beautiful birdies. I really, really love this. I found it on Amazon and I fell in love with it. Now, for some reason, I don't know why, you'll see. I made a boo-boo. And I kind of cut off the birds, and then I said, that was not smart, Annie. Like right here, I'm cutting off the birds, and then I looked at it, I was like, well, that looks just silly with like bird heads missing. So then I had to do the whole thing of putting the birds' heads back in. But anyway, I just wanted to share that with you because, once I did it, I was like, well, now it looks better. Even though it's like not in the, bottom part of this, it looks better with the bird heads. It just looks weird to have like a bird butt and no bird head. Yes, people, I said bird butt. Don't ask. You know where my mind goes all the time. It's wacky. So yeah, look at that. Now, there's the little bird head. It looks so much better. Oh, thank God I thought of that. Anyway, so see, it goes to show you that you can make mistakes and you can fix them up anytime, especially with decoupage. I love decoupaging because of that. And here is my Shabby Chic bird-inspired platter. It can also be Cottagecore, whatever you want to call it. All I call it is pretty. So next I decided to make a jewelry display. And I've seen these displays at Michael's and at home stores. And they usually run around $9.99. And it's basically cardboard covered in fabric. That's it. So that's what I'm doing here is I'm creating, I just took a piece of cardboard. I think this was from a cake or something. You can see this, like the stains on it or something. I think it was cookies were on it or something. And, you know, don't throw anything away, you know me. And I am cutting out the shape to make it look like a neckline. And then I'm going to give it like a little waist. And that's pretty much it for the base of this jewelry display. Next, using some of that wonderful burlap fabric that I received from burlapfabric.com, I'm going to cover this. I should have ironed it now that I'm looking at it. Okay, stop. I'm going to cover this base or the foundation of my jewelry display. And again, this fabric, this burlap fabric is wonderful. And you're going to see it a lot, people, as I continue making my shabby chic crafts. So after I've cut it out, the pattern, I am now going to glue it down to the cardboard. And I'm going to give it a little bit of space. It's not going to be super, super tight because I do want to have some batting inside of this just to give it a little bit of cushion. So I'm basically going to create a jewelry display with a little bit of cushion just so that the jewelry looks nice. Now, once again, I'm going to decoupage that beautiful tissue paper or collage paper, I should say, from Tim Holtz. I wanted everything to be a cohesive collection, so that is why I'm using it. Once again, I think I started with regular Mod Podge, and then later on I changed to the fabric Mod Podge. Fabric Mod Podge is better because it's stretchable. It doesn't crack as much. So here I am just adding some more of that. Oh no, actually I'm using the regular Mod Podge. Okay. I digress. I think I used both Mod Podges by mistake. I just had the Mod Podge sitting there, so went ahead and used it. Doesn't matter. It's from the Plaid family of products. It's going to work just as well. And here I am stuffing that batting into that display just to give it a little more cushion and a little more shape. And adding some more of these flowers to those little white spaces that after I stuffed it, I recalled that it didn't look right. So here I am just filling in those white spaces. And I had so much fun. Once again, I love decoupaging. I love making all this flowery feminine stuff. And now here I am closing off that entryway. I forgot to say that when you glue everything down, keep one side open so you can stuff it. That's right, I said stuff it. And there I am just sealing that open entryway. Next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover it, the back, so the back looks a little nicer. Again, with that same burlap fabric. And I'm going to use from another frame, I'm going to actually use the kickstand. Kickstand? Is that what it's called? Kickstand from a frame so that I am able to prop this up and display my jewelry. So here I am adding that little kickstand, using a little bit of the burlap fabric to secure it in place. And this will be a nice addition to my little cohesive grouping of shabby chic decor items. And here I am using that kickstand and displaying my jewelry in a lovely little way. There you have it. I hope you enjoyed it. My bosom's in bloom. Well, my corset is in bloom, I should say. I had so much fun making this. I've always loved dress forms, and I have several here in my home that I've found at thrift stores. But this was so much fun to make, and to know that I can now create my own to decorate any corner of my boudoir with flowers, or maybe I can even store my hair implements, my hair dryer, and my brushes. I think it's very versatile, and what a perfect centerpiece for a bridal shower. Thank you, Liz, once again for joining me in this shabby chic collaboration, and thanks to burlapfabric.com for providing this beautiful burlap fabric for me to create these lovely projects today. If you enjoyed what you saw, well, I hope you like, share, and subscribe, and come back for more. There's always more. You know, I'm always coming up with something new. But what I always like to say to my friends is please stay safe, be kind, God bless each and every one of you, and remember to live the adventure. Make a corset, why don't you? See you soon. I wish I could fit into it. Can you imagine being